corner office, and he knows this firsthand. Please help me in welcoming John Love.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, lectern that was too close. Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to get ahead in life and others never go anywhere? Do you ever wonder why some people become successful and some people don't? I mean, after all, we're all dreamers. Why do some people's dreams come true and other people's don't? Some people say it's luck. However, my experience has shown luck to be created. For example, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Given the fact that the harder I work, the luckier I get, shows me that luck can be manipulated. Is there a formula for success? Yes, there is. Are there things you can do, steps you can take, that will gain you promotions within your company? Maybe even eventually the corner office? Absolutely. I've got 21 leadership strategies, 3 of which I want to share with you this evening. And once you implement these, watch the promotions start coming your way. Leadership strategy number 1. You have to have it before you have it. Let me ask you this. How many of you are driving your dream car? Show of hands. Oh, good. Okay, very good. I would imagine before you bought that dream car, you probably saw it in your garage. You probably saw it in your driveway. You probably saw yourself driving it down the street. Bet you even saw yourself driving down the street past your neighbors. Don't lie to me. As for me, I went to the dealership on two different occasions and test drove my dream car without any intention of buying it that day, the next day, or the next week. You have to have it before you have it is a phrase I hear used frequently among successful people. Put it another way, you got to fake it until you make it. Yes. Or as Napoleon Hill says in his marvelous book, Think and Grow Rich, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now let me ask you this. Can you see yourself in the corner office? Yes? No? Maybe? Well, how about at that next rung up the ladder? If not, we need to change that. Before you ever accomplish anything great, you must first see the accomplishing. Now, if at first you say, "No, I don't think I could get that promotion. Do this for me." No, strike that. Do this for yourself. Over the next 21 days, I want you to think and walk and talk like your boss just stuck his head in your office and said, "Hey, you got the promotion." In the morning before you open your eyes and at night after you close your eyes to go to sleep, see yourself sitting in that chair. For the next 21 days, see yourself sitting behind that desk. For the next 21 days, see yourself in that office. See your secretary bringing your coffee. For the next 21 days, see yourself directing your team. After about 15 days, you'll go from, "No, I don't think I could get that promotion," to, "Well, maybe I could." And then after 21 days, you'll go from, "Well, maybe I could," to, "You know, I think I can. I think I can." And once you say, "I think I can," then you just bought a ticket on my favorite mode of transportation, which is the little train that could. And if you'll recall, the little train that could did. Why 21 days? Research has shown that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Do something voraciously for 21 days and it will become a solidified habit. And then do it for 21 more. You must get in the habit of seeing yourself there. Leadership strategy number 1. You have to have it before you have it. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Leadership strategy number 2. You must establish a goal. You cannot reach a goal you do not have. Zig Ziglar tells my favorite story about goal setting. Seems this basketball coach had the basketball team, the men's basketball team, in the locker room just before the big game. And he was trying to get them fired up, and he said, "Are we going to win this game?" And I go, "Yeah, coach, yeah, we're going to win this game." And he said, "Well, maybe you didn't hear me. Are we going to win this game?" And they said, "Yeah, coach, we're going to win this game, yeah." And then he said, ladies, I don't think you heard me. Are we going to win this game? And even louder they started screaming, yeah, coach, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And they started stomping on floors. They started beating on the lockers. He said, well then, get out there and do it. And they nearly tore the hinges off the doors getting out to the basketball court, took the balls off the rack, and started dribbling and went to shoot. And noticed that somebody had taken down the goals. Captain of the basketball team goes to the coach and says, Coach, somebody took down the goals. How can we play the game of basketball without goals? Good question. How can you play the game of life without goals? What if you got on an airplane and that pilot didn't have a goal? What if he took that airplane off the ground and said, well, I think I'll just fly these folks around? How crazy is that? But did you know that that's how most people are living their lives? They go to work today because that's what they did yesterday, and that's what their friends are doing, and they have no definite goals. And that is why 95% of the people in this country live day to day worrying about money. You got to have goals. Let me share a key with you that I do and that a lot of successful people do. I want you to invest in a notebook, not one of those school notebooks, a real nice 9-inch by 12-inch leather-bound notebook, because this notebook is special. This notebook is going to help you become very successful. Therefore, we're going to call it your success journal. Open up your success journal, page 1, top left, and write down goal, semicolon. And then write down that promotion you want, or that position you want, or whatever your goal may be. See, something magical happens when you commit a goal to paper. Once you commit a goal to paper, it looks reachable. And once a goal looks reachable, it becomes reachable. I'm going to skip down to leadership strategy number 6. Leadership strategy number 6. Tell me about your attitude. And I know what you're sitting there thinking. Yeah, look at you smile. You're sitting there thinking, John, I've heard about attitude all my life. And I know you've heard about attitude all your life. But you haven't heard about it today. Did you know that it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude? But wait, I'm going to stop there. Because you know what? I'm not like most speakers. I'm not going to stand up here and preach to you about where a good attitude will take you. But I will share with you where a bad attitude will leave you. 29 years ago, I met this young sales rep. He was hired by one of my top suppliers. He serviced our account then, and he services our account today. He was efficient and reliable. And today, he is just as efficient and reliable as ever. But every time I call him, he seems like he's in a bad mood. Because he is. He answers a phone in a monotone voice. He talks to me in a monotone voice. And he thanks me for orders in a monotone voice. Sometimes I want to apologize for calling him and bothering him. It seems like I bother him. Anyway, just before Christmas, every year just before Christmas, he and his sales team, usually about 4 or 5 people, get their picture taken for the Christmas card. And 29 years, I have been receiving his Christmas card, and in not one of them has he ever been smiling. I hear him badmouth his company. I hear him badmouth his bosses. I hear him badmouth life in general. I'm here to tell you he brightens up a whole room when he leaves. I've seen his company hire many young men and women after him. And today, some of those men and women are his bosses. Now, some people will tell you that he is where he is because of what he is. But I'm here to tell you he is where he is because of what he's not. No, I will not stand up here and preach to you about where a good attitude will take you. But I will share with you where a bad attitude will leave you. Mr. Toastmaster?